Hello traders. In this video we will talk about one single indicator, which is volume weighted average price, VWAP, and we will understand how to take very confident trades using it. Okay, let's get into this quickly. Let me add this indicator, VWAP, volume weighted average price. As you can see here, as the day starts, the volume weighted average price resets itself and starts from the specific time frame that you have chosen. So I have chosen 3 minutes, and it starts from the first 3 minutes candle every day. So how does this volume weighted average price works? The volume weighted average price looks for the fair price movement in the market and associates or relates to the volume. So let's also add the volume as an indicator so that you will be able to relate to that. As you can see, the day started, it was a kind of a sideways market here. As you can see here, this particular timeline, there is no possible trades or a confident trades that is possible. The reason is that most of the candles in this particular time frame had very big wicks. That means there is pushback from both the sides, from buyers and sellers. And when we need to take a trade is something that we can decide based on the VWAP. Also, we can relate to the volume, and also I'll give you another levels which we can use and take the confident trade. Okay, using the VWAP, you can look at this specific time frame, 10:57. The volume went above the volume moving average for the first time in the day, right? Yeah. So if you can see, the first three candles were above, which is usually possible in every day because the initial imbalance that happens in the day and a very volatile situation that happens in the first 30 minutes to 1 hour, which we should really avoid in trading. Let's look at the day after the first 30 minutes. This is the first time the volume went above the volume moving average. At the same time, the candlesticks formed away from the VWAP multiplier. Let's talk about what is this multiplier. I'll go to the settings of VWAP. We have checked 3-4 things here, right? I'll remove these labels and values. The band background is something that we will keep, and VWAP is the blue line that you see in the middle, and we have an upper band and the lower band. How is this upper band lower band created? VWAP is taken based on the measurement of high-low close. That's the source of the VWAP, and the band calculation mode is standard deviation. So that means the band multiplier 1 is the standard deviation of the mid-range +1 and -1. The lower band is the standard deviation -1. The upper band is the standard deviation +1. Okay, so keeping this as settings, and we have not changed anything in the VWAP settings, it is the default state. The first movement of the candle, which is a very confident move and also with volume, is where we can confidently take a trade. Okay, so let's keep this in mind. Now I'm going to give you another identifier on how we can take trades, okay, along with VWAP, which will give you additional confirmation and confidence. Okay, for that I'm going to move to the 4 hours time frame. So in the 4 hours time frame, as you can see, these are the 2 candles for the Tuesday 24th, that is today, and we have 2 other candles formed previously for Monday the 23rd. What we're going to do is we're going to mark the high-low open close of the previous day, which is of the Monday. So I'm marking the high and low of the first 4 hours on Monday, and also I'm going to mark the high and low of the second 4 hours of Monday. The way we should look at it is, if the current trading session opens up and closes above any of these levels, we can possibly look for a trade. Okay, that is the understanding. Let's move into the lower time frame, and this is the usual time frame that I use, and you can use 3 minutes, 5 minutes or 15 minutes based on your comfort. The day starts here. Let me also add the session break so that you will be able to identify. So the session break is here. This is the day start. When the day starts, it hovers between upper and lower line of the second 4 hours of the previous day. That starts here at exactly 1:15 of Monday the 23rd. So we need to really wait for this price to either break down this level or break above this level. This is where it breaks above. You should also wait for a retesting to happen. This is where the retesting actually happens, because the price moved up and then slightly it came down and then it went up. So this is also confirmed by VWAP. You can see here the price was within this particular area, not recommended to take a trade, and it went up, and you should expect always that there will be a retest. So the retest happens here, and as soon as you see a green candle that is forming after these red candles, you can take a trade. Let's say if you have taken a trade above the VWAP band multiplier, somewhere from here, you can easily make 35 points on the spot chart. If you apply that into the premium on the options, you would have made some 10 to 15 points. Depending on the number of lots you have been trading, you will be able to make the profit. Okay, and after that there is a consolidation that happens, and then the price moves within the BAT multiplier. I would not recommend you to take a trade here. You can also see the price moved within the VWAP territory, and then it tried to go to the VWAP median, and it does another sideways here. Then it tries to move out of the VWAP band multiplier. You can actually look for a trade here. So you can make some 10 points here on the options. Considering very low possibilities of trades in this day, which is a sideways market, we were able to make 2 trades and gain 20 points. But if you look at the previous day, I'm going to make the same lines for Monday. So I'm going to the 4 hours, okay, resetting the chart. And just to be very clear, I'm going to remove the session break so that the chart looks clear, and hide the VWAP. So we did the markings on Monday to take the trade on Tuesday. So now I'm going to mark for the Friday to take the trades on Monday. So this is the Friday, the first 4 hours. So let's mark the highs and lows of Friday. We need to really look at the Monday, how it played. For that, we need to go to the lower time frame. Reset the chart, then you come to the Monday beginning. So this is the Monday beginning, and as the Monday session started, it started somewhere around the low of the first 4 hours of the Friday, and then it really went sideways. And also if you can see, it was hovering between the high of the second 4 hours on Monday. It did not breach that for a long time, but it breached here at 10:57. Let's bring in VWAP and see if this is a possible trade to take. Yes, exactly, as you can see, this is a possible trade you can take. Also, you can see the volume breached and then went up. So this is another possibility of you taking a trade using the key levels that you can mark for the previous day, highs and lows, open and close based on 4 hours, and having VWAP as an indicator. Looking at the volume and price movements, you will be able to take this particular trades. And you were able to get 2 trades on this day as well, compared to the Tuesday. Monday as well was almost a sideways market, but there was a possibility of taking 2 trades. And if we look at how much you would have gained in this, 75 points on the futures chart, which is, you can take 50% of that on the options if you are trading on ATM. Same way, if you look at it, if you have taken a trade when the price broke the lower band of VWAP, okay, you can take this here, or you can also wait for the retesting, because the retesting happened here. As you can see here, the retesting happened and then the price came down. So it's better to wait for the retesting to happen and then take a trade here. So if you take a trade here below the line, you made 50 points here, 25 points on the options. So I think you should take 1 or 2 trades in a day, not more than that. And this is a sideways market, very tricky. Another point that you need to note is, how is VWAP behaving? If VWAP is almost like a straight line, I would recommend that you avoid trading that day. When you should take a trade is whenever the VWAP is either going down or going up. I'm just trying to identify a day where that is possible. So here you can see VWAP is slightly inclined downwards. You can take a possible trade whenever the price moves lower to the band multiplier of VWAP. You can see here, this is a very classical day, which is the Friday the 13th December. Possibly take a good amount of trades, maybe multiple trades. You can take a trade here. This can be one of your trade, and this can be another trade you can take. This can be another trade. Why I'm marking only the green ones is because when the market is moving upwards, never concentrate on taking a sell trade. Always look for a buy trade when the market is upwards. So always go with the trend, don't go against the trend. One more point that you should note here is the distance between the VWAP line and the band multipliers gives you signal how much the price is going to be volatile and how much is going to move. As you can see, when the day starts, gap between the band and the VWAP is very low, but as the day progressed, the gap between the VWAP and the band was higher. That's a good sign for you to take a trade. Let's summarize. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to show you from the beginning very quickly. Go to the 4 hours. Mark the highs and lows of the previous day, but you have to highs and lows of previous day need to be marked for first 4 hours and the second 4 hours. And once that happens, we have marked it here, and now you will be able to identify the movement in a lower time frame with VWAP enabled. Again, if you look at the Tuesday, the current day, you have to look at the volume, which is supported by VWAP, and the price moved above the 4-hour time frame of the previous day. The second part of the day, there was a good move. If you look at it from here to here, you can take one trade together, or you can trial your stop loss, or you can take 2 trades. Okay. In the same way, you can look at a couple of trades on the sell side. I hope that you understood how the open, high, low, and close for the previous day in 4 hours time frame helps you to take a trade on the current day along with the VWAP. If you have any questions or comments, please mention that in the comments section. I request you to please subscribe to this particular channel, share this particular video, and like the video. Thank you.